What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916, and you tune in to another edition of my vlog. Want to say thank you for subscribing. Thanks for all the support. You know I'm all about that positivity and that motivation. So, I got rid of the NSX. Yeah, the 94 NSX that I had did all the customization to. I ended up selling them to Sancho.
I'm down in Burbank area. Came down here to look at an NSX from Big Herc 916.
What up? What up? Yeah, Big Herc 916 in the house. My baby's going to a new home. I found somebody who appreciates her for what she is. You know, the NSX, aka paid in full. Highly modified, probably one of the tightest NSXs in the country as far as what's been done. Coilovers, motor, engine, big brakes, cup system, you name it, I did it. The car is immaculate, but I got a couple other projects I got to finish up. So this gentleman hit me up and I liked his vibe, and she's gonna be well taken care of. So stay tuned and look for Paid in Full on his Instagram and social media. Bye bye, baby.
It's mine. This is Sancho from 916. Shout out to Big Herc 916. You know, as he's always mentioned, keeping it positive and that motivation, keeping it 100. I just want to say big thanks to Big Herc for the NSX. And again, we're always enjoying it everywhere we go. Big smiles all the time. And again, you guys follow and like his page, subscribe to him. He has lots of good videos. Find him on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Big Herc 916. He's the man. He inspired me as well. Thank you.
Hey man, shout out to Sancho. He's enjoying the car. He's keeps me in a loop with all the updates with the car shows he's attending. But one of the cars I've always wanted was Bentley Continental GT. I used to have a picture of one on my wall of my cell, along with a bunch of other stuff, money, houses, different things that I would vision, watches, and yeah, I finally made that a reality. And people say, Big Herc, why are you buying older cars, man? Why you be, those things are money pits. Well, life could be a money pit, and if you don't have the means to take care of certain things, then you shouldn't buy them. But I buy things that kind of signify for me certain milestones in my life, things that I vision, and now I move forward, and that's why a lot of the things I purchase, and I don't purchase them for anybody else. I purchase them for myself. I don't party. I don't drink. I don't make it rain at the clubs. So cars, watches, working out, that's my thing, man. So let's go over here and take a look at the Bentley. So this is my 2004 Bentley Continental GT. I got black diamond wheels on her. I had to at least do a little bit of customization. I didn't change anything else because this car doesn't need anything to be changed. It's a V12 twin turbo, 554 horsepower. So this thing's a monster, and I don't really need to do anything outside of just the wheels. And if you notice, I got one of my proteins here on the hood, and the reason I have that there is to show people that this is a vision. This is another one of the visions I had while I was in prison, was coming out with my own protein, and I made this happen with my homeboy Big Ant. So dreams can become a reality, and so it's not always about just thinking of things and letting them blow in the wind. I try to, everything I think about, I try to manifest. And you can grab this at Fresh Out series.com. Pick you up a can. You know, we're doing a big wig splitter workout challenge right now. So, man, we got level 4, another supplement, and along with yard time. But, yeah, this thing's a beauty, man. The lines are timeless. And I just think it's just a sexy car. I used to drive by these all the time and just look at them like, man, one day. And, you know, for some people, it might not be a whole lot, but nobody in my neighborhood growing up ever talked about Bentley. You know, I heard of a Rolls Royce, but I've never seen anybody with one. The big car in my neighborhood was a Cadillac. So if you had a Cadillac, you were the man. But yeah, man, this has always been a dream of mine, man. And here's the key. It's an old school key. Got that B on it. And kind of pops out. It's a heavy key. Almost like jewelry. And, Cartier. Another one of my visions is watches. So I always wanted a Cartier. So I had to get a Cartier to see what time it was. Yeah, man. But, you know, you got to find things that make you happy, and objects won't necessarily make you happy. But you got to have happiness with yourself first. But certain things you like, man. Some people like to drink. Some people like to get high. I like nice watches, and I love cars. So this is interior. The reason why I picked this one up was because it has such low miles for the year. And even though it's the first year, the person that had it was an older woman, and she took great care of the car, had all the maintenance records from the last 10 years. And so I didn't have anything to worry about as far as the maintenance was concerned. And interior looks practically brand new. No rips or anything in it. You can see all the wood still looks good. Got the wood trimming on the doors. It's just a nice car, man. One thing that always stuck out in this car was all the trimmings. They're all chrome. You know, this car is hand built. The wood trim is just like impeccable. You know, it's the highest quality. So you get a really nice vehicle, and bang for the buck, man. You can't go wrong with this year car, you know. I'm really happy with the purchase going from the NSX to this. And I have a couple other cars that kind of make up as far as sports. I got a Porsche 928 and got an M6. So, you know, I didn't really take a hit by getting rid of the NSX as far as driving performance and, you know, enjoyability. But, yeah, the shifter, got that B, chrome trimmings, all the chrome knobs here. It came with a bunch of books, quick reference guide, mobile telephone, Continental Service handbook, and then you got a leather bound Bentley book, which is kind of cool. Very nice stuff, man. The quality, man, this is, as far as luxurious, this is probably the nicest car I've owned. I've had Mercedes, I've had a CL65, but this is right there at the top, man, as far as just overall, you know, quality of interior and just comfort. Got some cool stuff right here. This is for seat warmer. You got your hazard. You have here you have your ride height. This is for the rear wing. You can go up and down. You can actually adjust that. This is for the dampener for the ride. And global close. This is for I think the locks. I don't even know all the stuff for the car, so I'm still kind of messing around with it. It's an automatic 6-speed, but it does have a sport mode. You can see there's paddle shifters behind the steering wheel attached to the column. So you can also shift it manually. Got your armrest here, and then you have old school phone here. Actually, it's not a, I don't know what the hell, this is like a privacy handset, so you can actually communicate with this thing and have conversations without, I guess, the disturbance. I've never used it. This one is not in there, so don't know what happened to that one. And if you lift this up this way, you have your drink holder. Put that back. And then back here, you have another drink holder. But, yeah, man. This is luxury at its finest. On the steering wheel, you got a few controls here. You got the volume for the radio. You got your menu, which you can control up and down. You got some stuff over here that you can set as far as for the ride. It's everything's at a touch, you know, touch of your fingertips. Leather steering wheel. You got your lights up here, your vanity lights, your different settings for just reading lights. Your mirror with another light. On the steering wheel, you got a few controls here. You got the volume for the radio. You got your menu, which you can control up and down. You got some stuff over here that you can set as far as for the ride. It's everything's at a touch, you know, touch of your fingertips. Leather steering wheel. You got your lights up here, your vanity lights, your different settings for just reading lights. Your mirror with another light. So the back seat is not humongous, but it's enough room for somebody who's not too big to ride back there comfortably. I mean, I've sat back there. It's kind of a trick getting in there. Let me see if I can get in for you guys. Yeah. Damn, it is pretty comfortable. So you have your individual air conditioning back here that you can control. And this is all wood trim. And the main thing would be your knee room. You see my knees are right here. But for somebody who's not that big, man, it wouldn't be a bad ride back here. So you have your controls over here on the side for setting your seat. You can move that bolster down bottom, front and back. You got all your adjustments for your back and you know, tightening the between your butt. So it's got a lot of different adjustments on it. You have your trunk and your gas right here. That's for your locking the doors. Let you guys take a look at the trunk. So the trunk has a lot of room. So if you want to take a road trip in this thing, you can pack for at least a week. Me and the wife, we drove this thing to SEMA, and there was a lot of room. I mean, we didn't really, I mean, she packs a lot, I pack a lot, so I think we still put a few things in the back seat, but we were able to put some big luggage back here. If you can see, this is quite a bit of storage space back here. It's also got a spare tire underneath here. Now to shut the trunk, you don't have to slam it. You basically just let it down easy and it locks. It's got some pretty big brakes on the front, man. These are 20s, and they cleared but you got to have a one piece, because a two piece you'd have to go 22s to really clear that brake caliper. It's pretty massive. Shout out to Black Diamond. I'm not sponsored by them yet, but I've gotten a couple sets of their wheels. See the calipers in the back a little bit smaller. Now to pop the hood, I popped it underneath in the driver's side, and then you have this B right here. So you pull this and kind of grab, and it lifts up. And there you have it, the big boy 6.0 twin turbo. Massive motor, man. You imagine having to put some work in on this thing. British at its finest. So that's what a V12 looks like. It's stuffed in there pretty tight, man. But yeah, big muscle, British muscle. So there you have it. My Bentley Continental GT. We're gonna go for a little ride. I'm gonna tell you guys how this ride is, and you know, and hope you enjoyed the video, man. You know, this is some motivation for those out there, man, who strive to have things in life, who strive just to set goals for themselves. You know, you always have people who are gonna say things that try to put you down because you want something nice or want to treat yourself. Hey, don't listen to them suckers, man. Keep pushing, man. Stay about your hustle. So driving the Bentley is similar to the experience I had driving the CL65 I had. You know, it's pretty quiet. It's a smooth ride. The car being a bigger car, it does feel kind of bulky, more of a I would say a muscular car than a sporty car, which the NSX, which I had before, was more of a sporty car, very agile, very nimble. This car is nowhere near as nimble, but it has a lot of brute power. I mean, you step on it, you can feel the torque. The car gets up and goes. You know, you cruise at 80 miles per hour and you don't even know it. I mean, this car just really, it likes to go, and it's not struggling when you're driving. Everything in this car is, the detail is what really impressed me about it. It was one of the things why I wanted to get this car, was because of just like the trimmings, the chrome, the wood. I don't know, I've always been impressed with the detail of the Bentley, and it was one of the things that kind of drew me to the car. I haven't learned all the little gadgets and gadgets, but it does have a button where you can adjust the ride height if you want it lower or you want it higher. It's got heated seats. The AC blows out super cold. You know, your typical cruise control. It's got a sport mode. I haven't really messed around with that yet. I'm gonna experiment with that. I've just kind of been really getting a feel for the car since you know, I haven't had it that long. I haven't really got to open it up or do anything way out, but it's a fun car. You know, me and the wife have enjoyed it. We drove it to SEMA, put a few miles on it. I just added the Black Diamond wheels that you guys seen, and it went up from 19 to 20. The car still rolls smooth. I don't want to go 22 because the tire is not as much tire for the road, and out here in LA you got a lot of potholes and stuff. I don't want to be bothered with, you know, dinging the rims up. But overall, I'm very happy with the ride performance, the power, the comfortability. I mean, this car is so comfortable. I mean, the seats, I'm a bigger guy, so it fits my body pretty good. I'm not like I'm squished in the car or anything like that. And you know, it's quiet. You know, I can actually talk on the phone in here if I need to, and not have to worry about the engine in my ear. You know, I have a couple other cars. You know, you hear more motor than anything when you're driving because of just how the cars are set up. But this car is it's very comfortable. So I'm happy with the buy, man. You know, Continental GT is kind of got me on the Bentley kick, and I don't know, maybe down the road I'll get another one. I mean, I kind of like the Brooklyns, which is pretty sick. They only made it for a couple years. That might be a car I'll look into down the road, but as of right now, I'm happy with this car, and I plan on, you know, putting a few miles on it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do anything else as far as performance-wise upgrades. Somebody was telling my wife something about an intake and exhaust, but I mean, you know, it's a Bentley. I don't really need to mess around with it because I'm not gonna be racing the car, so I'll probably keep it as is. But you know, make sure you guys subscribe, support the channel. Let me know what you guys think about the car, man. You know, what would you do if you could throw in some mods to the car? And I'd love to hear your comments. So hit me up, and also go to the website, man. Subscribe, BigHerc916.com. I'll holla.